How are you? You're right.
Nigeria is the biggest curse that South Africa has ever had. Feel like we are fighting a losing battle in trying to get other Africans to understand where we come from, because they just don't want to. It's not a matter of them even trying to, even they don't care, first of all, about South Africa. Second of all, the truth is that they would love to see South Africa fail. When Donald Trump said he's going to attack South Africa, they were the first people to celebrate. So all in all, we are being forced to accept people in our country that hate us. That's the honest truth. There's no xenophobia in South Africa. They know that. They just do not like South Africans. And why do they not like South Africans? Because we are doing better than they are. Because we have a backbone, we can stand up for ourselves. Because we are not weak like they are. Because we have pride, something they don't have. We know where our rights take us. So that's why I'm saying we're gonna do 50,000 of these lives, 50,000 of them. We can even try and be humble and beg and grovel and say whatever. They just are not willing to hear us. I think this is something I've concluded. These people hate us. And I want South Africans to hear this loud and clear. They hate us. They are here in South Africa trying to replace us. And that's why they grovel at white people and want to be the better slaves. They hate us. They want to see our country fail. They are establishing their own kingdoms because they want to take over this country. That's why they have Igbo kings or whatever that nonsense that they do here. And they are jealous of South Africa. They are jealous of the amount of attention that we get from the rest of the world. They're even jealous of the fact that we came out of apartheid after fighting for ourselves. Now they want to claim that they had a role in apartheid. The only countries that had a role to play apartheid are the same countries that are not giving us a problem today. You'll never see people from Namibia coming here to tell us that they helped us through. You'll never. Namibians have pride. They love themselves. They love their country. They are respectful. These are just some of the countries. If ever we were to have a problem, I would understand if Swaziland and Lesotho and Botswana were giving us a problem. Those are not even a problem for us because we're kind of semi-like the same people. There's Tswana in our country, there's Sotho in our country, there's Swati people in Mpumalanga, so forth. Those are just demarcations, but those are people who do not give us much of a problem. But then you have these countries like Zimbabwe. And then you have Mozambique and you have Malawi and you have those ones that come from Ethiopia and Somalia. God knows how they found South Africa. And Nigeria I don't care who says what, but Nigeria is the biggest curse that South Africa has ever had. In 1994, I was reading a parliamentary debate, and already the National Party was complaining that the borders were opened and the first thing Nigerians brought to South Africa were drugs. Nigerians despise us. Nigerians despise us. They're busy calling themselves the giants of Africa here because they know very well that the only country that they see as a threat to them is South Africa. They feel small when it comes to South Africa. And they know that if South Africa were to unite with all the other African countries who have decided to make us their enemy, we don't even know for what, then Nigeria would be done for. African countries, if they want unity, they mustn't want unity by bringing South Africa down. You're never going to achieve that. That's one thing I can tell you. You will never achieve bringing South Africans down. We are not built that way. We fought apartheid and people died. Not a single foreigner died for this country. Not even one. We went to exile and whatever, and our grandparents were in exile because they were busy coming up with strategies to fight their government. In the current countries that we have in Africa, they would be in other countries making babies and trying to call themselves whatever South Africans. They would never go to South Africa to group themselves and go and fight for their countries. They'd never do that because they are not strong enough. They're not built like us. So you must just accept that you hate us as South Africans, but you'll never be us, unfortunately. So hate us, it's okay, but hate us from outside of South Africa. That's all that we're saying. We're not going to negotiate with you anymore. You're not going to be angry about Zulus and whatever. Whether Zulus and Xhosas and Pedis get along is none of your concern. Whether South Africans are talking to white people or not chasing or going to Orania is none of your concern. The only reason you want to bring in Orania is because you're trying to gaslight us and make us think that Orania is a bigger fight than fighting against people who are here trying to replace us and trying to seem like they're more black than we are. This country is South Africa. Whether you say it's a business or it doesn't belong to us or it needs another name is none of your concern, because your country is falling apart and you couldn't do a damn thing about it. And here we are, defying the odds, standing up against our own government, something you could only dream of. You can't even stand up for your government. You can't even tweet. They're scared to even write a negative comment about their government on social media while they are in South Africa. So imagine how jealous they must be that we can sit in our country and confront the president and tell him to his face that, hey, Mr. Ramaphosa, you're not going to do that to us. People died for this country. People died in blood for this country. And you're not going to do that to us. Yes, we've got Abo Madlanga Commission, but that also speaks of accountability. Which other African country has that type of accountability where the police can go on national TV and be exposed? None of them. But here they are with loud mouths. Oh, this and that and that. You just wish you could be us. And I'm telling you, you will never be us. You will never be like South Africans. You can hate us. You can call us xenophobic. You can say all kinds of things. But you will never be made of the same cloth that we are. We are made of kings and queens, and we reign supreme. And those who have died for this country are fighting with us because they know that we are built different. We're not just going to sit back and allow people to walk all over us. That's not us. That is not us. You see, it's the Zulus. The Zulus fought the only nation in Africa to have fought the British, while the rest of you were groveling at white people. Now you're asking us about white people. You are even jealous of the fact that we have white people in our country. Why are white people not going to African countries? They only come there to steal your minerals and then they leave you like that. You're allowing the Chinese now to do the same thing to you because you don't have a backbone. And you call us lazy. Lazy. We are not lazy. We are standing up for South Africa. If we were lazy, we'd be running off like you while you claim that we don't travel. Traveling is not going to other people's countries and invading those countries and trying to give birth to 50 children so you can give them an identity, or fighting for a passport for that country. That is not traveling. Traveling is us. That is what we do. We take our money, we go to other countries, we come back to our country and we fix it. We will fix it. But lastly, as I'm closing, we've got a march for South Africans, inviting all patriotic South Africans, 28 and 29. 28, we're going to the union buildings to hold our government accountable, something that you can only dream of and you can only watch on TV and write on social media about it, but you'll never do. I dare you to go to your government and go to their building and tell them that the nonsense that they are subjecting you to, we are going to do that. And you're going to watch us on your TV and you can only be jealous. And on the 29th, we're going to be in Johannesburg, and we're going to be in Hillbrow, and we're going to be united as South Africans of different races and different tribes. And no matter what you say or do, you will not stop us, because we are South African. That's who we are. Proudly South African for life.